Somebody once said that when they were a child, they spoke as a child. When they were a man, they spoke as a man. But when they were grown, they put away childish things. Okay. So my whole existence on this shit, cause somebody just said I got a vendetta on men who choose to AOB it on women. Now, hey, I'm not even gonna say what I can call it, because I could call it what I call it. And some of y'all don't think that living off a woman is like the most treacherous thing that you can do. You know, y'all got to get off the cheat sometimes, right? But for men who are over 40 and pushing 50, like, does that really apply to us? Like, you remember, hey, the most prominent movie came out 15 years ago. It was Daddy's Girl. And what's her name? I don't think she's a Megan, but the bitch said if I see a nigga over 40 in a throwback jersey, I'm gonna scream. Like, why would you base your whole game on all on a bitch? Like, why would you base your whole persona, your whole life on all on a bitch? So you're just telling the world that you're a teat sucker. Like, you just a teat sucker. Like, you just sucking on the teat and you just looking for older women to be with you, and you just gonna game them for everything they got. But guess what? There's some motherfuckers across the fucking continent that's making millions of dollars doing this shit. And y'all niggas trying to game a bitch for a blunt and a loud pack. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, shut that shit the fuck up. Like, hey, bruh. Hey, man, listen, sir, listen. I got kids that be on TikTok, and they gonna hear this shit, right? Whether I can get through 1, 2, or 3, I just be talking and just be talking. At least I'm talking. Because at the end of the fucking day, how can you be over 40 years old? This nigga said the same thing in like 20 minutes. Yeah, nigga, cause it's real shit. Like, nigga, can you shit on yourself and depend on a bitch to change your diapers? Do your depends? Can you be over 90 and shit on yourself and one is able to take care of you and one ain't? Is that all on a bitch? Because you close to dying and your wife is looking after you and taking care of you and doing what she doing? No, nigga, that's life, nigga. But you old niggas, like, and I'm an old nigga. I love it. Hey, I love it, niggas. Now, hey, now I'm gonna admit that I was very offended when people was calling me Unc. I was very offended for the first year of that shit. But I understood why they call us Unc, because they see the realest in us and they see our wisdom and they see what we gotta offer to the game. But if you're over 40 and you're still looking at life on a come up off a woman, you done lost already. You done lost everything. Sir, you done lost your inner workings of a man. When you put your faith in a woman and try to put it AOB. And just so I'm looking out for both sexes. Even women who think that it's cool to game niggas and think that they coochie is just the hottest thing on the market and they just gonna win, girl, your shit smell like tuna, you're not gonna win, close them legs. Go to school, think of something else. And that's all I'm saying, like, hey, and I don't care, like, you was the shit back in the 90s. Oh, Lou Brody was the biggest player. He was the biggest pimp in the 90s. Oh, yeah, he can turn a 10 sack into an eighth and slang it. Okay, yeah, I did that back in the 90s, but we're 30 years late. We're 30 years ahead of the light beam, homie. We're 30 years above ground. And you old ass niggas, and including me, I'm old. Hey, I got a receding hairline and a pot belly, and I can give a fuck less. At 40, I can't get over on no woman and persuade no woman to do anything for me, because guess what? We're in a lifestyle to where these women are trying to do it to us. And if we do it to them, we suckers. Y'all want to say Y'all want to say y'all risen, but don't even know that riz is a terminology for high class fashion. So I'm gonna give you guys an opportunity. Now, if you don't get into the live, if you don't get on the podium, if you don't want to state your case, that's fine. But I encourage you guys as men, especially over 40 or like 25, to come in and say something. But I'm telling my truth. I'm telling what I've lived through and where I am today. Call me a square nigga. Hey, I'm good at being an L7. But don't get mad at me when I do a live or I share some shit and you get so mad at me. We yelling over the phone like I ain't finna have a heart attack about you, nigga. You will simp and I like, nigga, you're not even a simp. You just can't live without getting over on a female. You can't live without getting a sack. Okay, so let me not say sack, but you can't get a loud pack. You can't even get a pack of Reggie without persuading the bitch to buy the shit for you. And she worked hard for that money. She worked hard for that money, for that loud pack that. And you, that nigga, your drawers look funky as fuck, nigga. You over 40 and you shitting your drawers. And you farting, you shitting your drawers. And you expect the bitch to really want to fuck with you about that? Now, there's nothing against shitting in your jaws if you can't hold it, but there's some niggas right now pulling up at the high school right now. Hey, I want a girl with extensions in her hair. Nigga, just sucking on a light pop. And y'all think this shit is dope, and y'all looking at these young hoes, these young bitches, and y'all just not seeing the predator in y'all. But if y'all got any questions, just ask. I'm gonna shut the fuck up for a few minutes and give y'all the opportunity to ask Lou Broly After Dark questions. So the panel was, oh shit, Louis Hayes got a question? So what's your question? Older women. You know why older women are, okay, all right, did you have some more questions for that? Because we're dealing with widows, we're dealing with women who suffer losses, and they just want to be heard and seen. That's all. They just want to be heard and seen. Hey, they can go on Match.com right now and meet a nigga and be in conversation for 2 months, and that nigga finna tell him, hey, I'm a staff sergeant in the army, and hey, hey, I'm trying to discharge, but in order for me to discharge out of the army, you gotta send me this money to this account, right? This girl lost her husband 5 years ago. She feels like she's nothing. And then she meets a Levi out of Rico. She meet the suavest nigga in the world. But this dude has been stealing pictures. And I know it's a couple of you dudes out there that fell victim to the Nigerian scammers, the 417ers. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, nigga, it's bad for y'all. It's bad. And hey, I was one of them dudes. Man. Hey, I've been single for 6.5 years. My meat don't dictate how I'm living. To be honest, my meat don't dictate everything. But what I can say is this. You can think that you slick and be AOB, but they AOM. They all on a man. And y'all don't never get to talk to these girls. Like, y'all don't get to talk to these girls. Y'all don't get to talk to these girls on the phone. And then when you do talk to them, and you hear the accent, and then they like, yeah, I'm from Spain, I'm from Sweden. Hey, let me tell you something. Let me tell you niggas something. If y'all listening out there, let me tell y'all something. About life is about choices. Life is about survival. But also, life is about being smart and who you choose to fuck with on an everyday basis. And guess what? 9 times out of 10, the person that you choosing to fuck with on an everyday basis don't give a fuck about you. They care about what you bring to the table. There's a scammer in every coast. And it don't have to be a sex scam. It don't have to be a relationship scam, y'all. It can be, hey, I rap, I write songs. I'm just gonna shut the fuck up and give you all of the points to this song that I wrote. And then that person's gonna be like, hey, well, I work for Clive Davis, just passed away not too long ago. But rest in peace to Clive Davis. But I'm just gonna say this. If you're green and you don't know how to handle things, you're gonna believe Clive Davis is alive. You're gonna send your music, then you're not even gonna be able to claim ownership of everything that you put out. And that's what I'm getting at. There's no ownership. Like, you can't claim a pension with using other motherfuckers. You can't use the next human being. And this is my boo thing. Oh, I raised her from Canada. No, nigga, she raised you. And not only did she raise you, whatever you guys call it, like, you got this woman that's speaking to you in patois and all this shit, but the nigga or the bitch that you really been talking to has none of that. So you're being fooled and you're wasting money. So I ask you guys again, even the motherfucker that's in my life, I ask you guys again, does it make sense to be all on a bitch as a man? Does it make more sense to do that for a come up versus just being real online and putting yourself out there and saying, hey, this is what I want. This is, come on, bruh. Like, don't do me dirty like that. Don't do me dirty like that. Who in my life right now that got a question? I'm taking questions and I'm shutting the fuck up. So what that means is if a motherfucker got a question for me, I'm going to just be quiet and not talk and answer all questions. So if you got questions, if you got anything on your mind tonight, nigga, did I just catch you trying to ask questions? Because I'm here. Because some of y'all need to know the answers to some of these questions. So ask the hardest question. Ask me the hardest question that you think you can ask, and I'm going to answer. Ask that shit. If you married, ask it. If you're a married man, ask it on a married level. If you a single man, just getting over on bitches and just sucking on the teeth, just say that's what you've been doing for the past 10, 15 years. But if you gonna ask some real shit, I'm right here, nigga. I'm finna shut up. And I'm gonna let a nigga ask a question. So if you there, ask the question. Oh shit, that's the best question to ask. Hey, you know what? Certain women love to be mamas to these niggas because they ain't never had children of their own. Some women have lost husbands and are significant others, and they've been by themselves for so long that the next best thing that they see, they're gonna run for, right? Now, coming from me personal, I've been almost 7 years without no intercourse, without none of that. And my game is impeccable. I look at myself as the master. And I don't care what y'all say, because some of you niggas say the same shit. I'm the master manipulator. 30 years ago. Hey, I was the master manipulator 30 years ago. I was that nigga 30 years ago, but guess what? I refuse to put myself out there in front of the world. That's like a nigga going to a Beyonce concert for 10 years straight. And he finally get backstage, and he didn't have everything he finna say to Beyonce for 10 years straight. And he get back there and freeze up. I ain't never freezing up. But the interim side of everything is this. Why try to get over on a woman who loves you to death and who wants to be with you to death, and your only MO is to get this woman out of all of her finances? And then you niggas get mad at me. Yeah, hey, y'all niggas, you nigga, not y'all, but you niggas got me so mad right now. And that's why I wanted to just do it now. How the fuck you gonna ask me how I feel about AOB and then get mad when I tell you too old to be doing it? And then I share a video. Niggas got mad at me because I shared a video of a woman from the Bay Area letting it be known and putting it out there. Now, some of y'all seen it. This shit was like 2 years ago, but I shared it. And the queen said what the fuck she said. But that's my fault, right? Because, see, this is what happens when you mature up and you move on in life. You become a target of your own friends. I said it. You become a target of your own friends. Because the people that you grew up with gonna consider you a square. They're gonna consider you a sucker. They're gonna consider you all of these things because you feel different about the way they moving. And hey, bruh, more power to you. Well, I'm just supposed to shut the fuck up because you think you the prize, nigga. You ain't the prize. Since pussy has been in formation, you were never, no man is the prize when it come to pussy. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it this way, I'm gonna say it again. No man is the prize when it comes to sexual things with a woman know what she worth and a man should know what he worth. And if you a real man, you ain't gonna bite the apple. Adam bit the apple and everything got fucked up. And that's why so many married men don't want to go out. Like certain married men don't want to go out. Hey, blood, I was a married man and I chose to stay home every Thursday and watch, hey, nigga, and guess what I was watching? Hey, every Thursday, every Thursday, guess what? I was watching Star and one of the most prominent TV shows that ever displayed music, Empire, right? Niggas couldn't knock on my door after 9 o'clock. You not getting in here? No, sir, right? But we living in a world today where there are older men, 46, 47. They got younger cousins that's like 25. And they into the life and it look good to them. So instead of them just being themselves, they choose to follow along with the script because they don't want to be left out. And I ain't being left out. I'm anti anything AOB. I'm anti a nigga that's married and chooses to go on Instagram and look at bitches. I'm sorry, that's just me. Now, just because I was a certain way, just because I knocked your head off 30 years ago and I beat the brakes off you 30 years ago, don't mean shit. It really don't. But you know what makes me proud? Is I'm raising girls. And I got to give them all the game in the world to stay away from niggas like how I used to be. And some of you niggas don't see it that way. Some of y'all don't have it in y'all veins. If y'all got girls, would you let another man take advantage of your daughter? Would y'all do that? Would y'all let a man confess that it's AOB? He can't wash his drawers good. He got shit stains in his drawers. And the bitch that he with gonna wash his drawers because of some good dick. And let's be clear about good dick. We just gotta be clear about good dick. I'ma tell you straight up, there ain't no good dicks. Because 65% of the women in relationships with their husbands or men's or anything are faking orgasms anyway. Look at the statistics. So are we living a lie? Or are we living a fad? Or are we just living to live? Because we scared to give up the most precious thing in the world, money, power, and pussy. Are we scared of that? But it's AOB. It's all on a bitch. Come on now. It's all on a bitch. And you wonder why your bitch, your so-called bitch, don't want nothing to do with you because you too busy begging for a handout. But I'm going to shut the fuck up and let y'all get in the comments and ask the questions. I'm sorry I took up... hey, I'm just so juiced about this shit. I came into this shit mad, but I'm not mad no more. I just got to give life lessons. So if anybody is in the chat, if anybody is there that want to ask a question and don't fuck with my time. Ask me a question and I'm going to answer it. When it's pertaining to this whole subject, where does AOB stand in today's society? Where does AOB stand? Where does it stand in today's society? And it stands on a handstand. You remember Cal? Remember that nigga Cal? I stand on my head. You remember that nigga? Hey, listen. Cal stood on his head for 25 years and died in 1989. And they still ran blood commercials to sell that bullshit ass car. So, my question is this. Are you too old to be AOB and to think you a player? Or is your time up? Who's going to combat that? Who's going to talk about it? Is it done or is it not? Because I want to know straight up. Are you done with being all on a bitch, all on a nigga? Or do you see all your friends just giving up pussy and getting their hoes full with jelly for them to just leave that nigga with nothing? To just leave that nigga with nothing.